Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Crusader Kings III as we continue our Newbie Island run here with Ireland. And, yeah, as I was starting this episode up, I was kind of sitting here thinking about some things, and I realized that I have pretty heavily misplayed this run. Don't get me wrong, I always make mistakes in Paradox runs because, I mean, it's kind of hard to know everything to do at every single possible moment to min-max everything if you don't just put in thousands upon thousands of hours into games like this, because there's just so many different details, so many different things. In fact, one of the best ways to learn how to play a Paradox game is just go play a Paradox game and make mistakes and be like, you know what, that didn't work out the way I wanted to. I'll change that and do that differently next time. Now, CK3 and CK2, of course, is one of my least played Paradox games, probably because it's one of my least favorite. Don't enjoy it quite as much as I enjoy the EU4s and the Hearts of Irons, things like that. Even the new Victoria 3, which I absolutely personally hate Victoria 2. Victoria 3 looks like a game that's more up my speed than this type of game here specifically. So, because I don't put a lot of time into CK in general, I just don't know it as well. I don't know a lot about it. I know the general idea, and I don't think I've made like major, I think we've done okay, but there's definitely one specific key area that I have definitely messed up over the course of the game. And that's the reason that has happened is because it was not an issue that I had in CK2 when I played it last. In CK2, one of my biggest problems that I had to deal with all the time was that I had too many counties and things like that underneath I hit my domain limit so many times over. It was just constantly a problem. I was constantly having, okay, I got more stuff, got to dish this off to somebody else, got more stuff, dish this off to somebody else. So it got to a point where I just didn't think about it. As soon as the number up here said I was over, I could either accept the penalty or I'll just hand off to some sons or something like that and just go on my merry way. I don't know if it's just the way things have, if something's changed in the way CK3 works, or maybe it's something to do with the way Ireland works or something like that. But obviously I have not been close to this domain limit, except for like a couple episodes ago when I went ahead and stole a bunch of stuff and got up to 8/8. And that's a problem. I thought it was going to handle itself over time, quite frankly. I really did. I honestly just thought, all right, we're a little bit low today, but as soon as I take this next thing, it'll get back up again. No big deal. I'm not going to go fight for it. That was obviously a mistake, because obviously that has cost us a lot of money, cost us a lot of manpower, cost us a lot of things, because we want to be at our domain limit, because that gives us a lot more control over everything. Right now, we're just getting a percentage of soldiers from our people under us. We're getting a percentage of the gold from the people under us. If we are at our domain limit, we get all of that. That's ours. That's ours to deal with. So I'm sure somebody has mentioned it in one of the comments and I probably just missed it, but that has been one of the by far biggest ways I've misplayed this game over the course of this. And definitely a learning thing. And like I said, I just genuinely thought it would resolve itself over time. As I took more land, it would just, okay, no big deal. I'm a little bit low today. Let me go take some more land. Then I'll be back up again. But it's never actually worked out that way, as you guys obviously have seen. So, in the spirit of that, I've got to figure out how to get back up to my domain limit. And I actually don't know what that's going to involve. It's probably going to involve some treachery of sorts, quite frankly, and things of that nature. So we're going to try to focus on that. We've got about 138 years, a little bit less than 138 years, because the game ends in 1453 in January. So we're at 138 as of this last January, before the game ends. So can we find a way to focus more on that aspect and roll that into a bit more dominance overall? Because honestly, I would like to end this game, and I don't know if I can in 143 years or whatever, or 38 years, I think I said. I don't know if I can in that much time take over all of the British Isles. That would be my goal as of right now. So we're going to start working towards that a little bit and see where that gets us. Future regent. If you become unable to rule, a regent will rule in your stead. Open this. Okay, so apparently we have a child. We'll just skip that lesson for now. I'm assuming we just have a child under here. My heir is currently my daughter. This will be our first female heir. If this works out, that would be awesome. Why would it be a regent? I should have read that closer. I just assumed that I knew what it was talking about. But now that I'm looking at it, she's 22 years old. Why would I have a regency? I should have paid attention because I'm extremely confused. In my brain, I'm like, okay, Regency, whatever. That's because she's underage, no big deal. That is actually not the case. Your realm will lose land if Duchess Eleanor of Meath dies. And Duchess Eleanor is who? Is that somebody related to me? Nope. I forgot we did marry, or we're betrothed to the Princess of France at the moment, which does, I hate that this keeps closing out. Come on. I want to roll up. There we go. Duchess Eleanor of Meath, this is my vassal. She's 12 years old. All right. So the most reliable way to avoid this is to increase your crown authority to high crown authority. All vassals who refuse title revocation or vassal retraction are considered criminals. Vassals cannot wage war against other vassals. Vassals' titles cannot be inherited by characters outside the realm. That all sounds really good. Now, obviously, changing crown authority will invoke some anger from our people, but powerful vassal express. Wait a minute, some of this has changed. I'm like, these I don't remember these icons. We just got a new patch because the what is it called? The they just came out with the new DLC. I do not have the DLC installed. I didn't want to install it because we're actually kind of towards the latter half of this game. I probably will install that DLC if I ever decide to play this game again. I mean, I definitely will install it. But it's the one where they have like the I forget the name of it. Let me see what the name of it is. Sorry, tab been kind of out for a second here. CK3. I forget what they called it. Tours and tournaments. Oh, that's right. That's right. So tours and tournaments. So it's, you got like tournaments and things like that, jousting tournaments and things of that nature that you can go to, as well as tours that you can go on around, the world and around your land and things of that nature. So I don't have that installed. I'll take a look at it. If it's not going to disrupt our current save, I might go ahead and install it at some point. But as of right now, I'm not going to deal with it. So there are some new aspects with the free patch that came out. And actually, let me close out my face. Sorry about that. There are some extra things that always come with a DLC. They always have a free patch that comes out as well. So I'm going to have to take a minute to look through this for a second and see what in the world I may or may not be missing here. I can change Duchess Eleanor's contract because I do have a hook on her at the moment. Let's take a look at these real quick because these are kind of, these are easy things to resolve real quick. So if we go to our inventory, we do have two things that are close to going bye-bye. Do I care? I do not care. This is the jar of frog spawn. I am not currently using that. And the other one is the holy nail, which is not here. Holy nail. Am I blind? Is it in my it must be in my throne room. Okay. We will go look at our throne room real quick as well and check that out. There is a new icon over here. Oh, it's not yet because I don't have the tours and tournaments, but there would be a new icon over there for that. If I go to, what am I looking for? This, Royal Court. Go to my artifacts. And Holy Nail would have to be one of these, I assume. Don't I normally have a thing over there? Did we lose that? Holy Nail, pedestal item is not currently displayed. Are we only displaying? No, we're displaying everything. Where's that one over here? I'm blind, or it's just bugged out because it's not showing it. We are displaying this thing is 4. The crown is 3. Irish male, sorry, the goblet is 2, or 1 of 4, and then the last one is the Irish male, which we just don't see for some reason, but we do in fact have it displayed. Okay, we are not currently displaying the holy nail, and I don't think I care. So here's what I'm probably going to do. Instead of just letting those die out, I might actually gift those to somebody to get us a little bit of a happiness with somebody. So let's who would we have that is important to get friendly with? Obviously the King of France we would love to be friends with, so I might gift you an artifact that we just don't care about. So either the Holy Nail. We cannot equip it. Okay, what about the other one, which is the Frog Spawn? So we cannot equip either of those. And we can't send it because it's got lower durability, so that they get around that. That makes sense. So we do have to actually do something about it. But even then, the ones that we have that we're not using might be worth gifting at some point. Powerful vassal expects a council position. Is she any good at anything? I mean, she's pretty good steward. In fact, she's technically better than her, but she's also a vassal. She's, I mean, okay at learning, but we've already got somebody there. Diplomacy's not great. He's already a vassal. In fact, all of our people are vassals except our spy master, and she's a terrible spy master. So, unfortunately, she's just going to have to accept that she's not going to be on here. Change her contract. I may come back to that. I can create the crosshead of faith. I don't have any gold for that. All right, so the station men-at-arms. This is something I'm not aware of. You have men-at-arms that are not stationed. By stationing your regiments, you make them more powerful and better at fighting, which can be vital for winning battles. Let's station a regiment now. Okay. So let's say our, whatever, just start with the light footmen. Not stationed in any holding. So we can station these guys somewhere. Apparently we've only got one holding, so we'll station them there. What does that actually do? The men-at-arms regiment is now stationed. You can see how much better it became underneath its portrait. Yeah. Remember to check in every now and then so that your regiments are stationed in the optimal holdings. This is especially important if you conquer or inherit new territories, or if you decide to specialize in holding with buildings such as bloomeries or stables. So they get better based on where they're stationed. Now, can we station more than one in the same place? Because we've only got one, right? Okay, so no, we can only station one at a time. Interesting. Well, then, can we see what would be better to station? Oh, that's huge. Okay. The armored horseman would be massive to station there, it looks like. That one, not as much. Definitely not quite as much. Pretty big for the pikemen as well. I think the horseman's the biggest one so far. Yeah, so we're going to station the horseman there. Armored horseman can station here. That's pretty significant boost to their overall. I mean, the 40 and 30, that's massive. So that looks good. I like that. But we definitely, so this goes back to the domain thing. We need more domains so that we can have more of our stuff stationed. And therefore get more boosts. Got wars I can declare. I can declare war with Norway. I was actually showing the number here. Wow. Okay. So if we declare war on you, we can go for our claims. Definitely want my claims, obviously, because that would, I assume, give me reign over those. We would have the most troops here because we have better allies, because we have France. And technically England, although she also has England. So it really depends on which side of this. Now, he's not happy with me, so there's a good chance that he won't come in at the moment. So I think we need to get him happier before we even consider that. What about Norway? Norway has 0 allies right now, but I don't have any claims on anything he has at the moment. So now I could start trying to get a claim up here, and maybe that's okay. Can we get a claim up there actually? No, because he's doing, what is he doing still? Because that's not contiguous to us, right? Sometimes it counts because it's water based, but I don't think this one counts because it's just not close enough. All right, that's fine. And I think the water base has to be connected within the same water tile, and this is definitely not. If we had, like, obviously, well, I was gonna say if we had this, which that would obviously be connected to land base, but what I mean is if we had this as far as this water tile, or actually this, like, if My point is, we can connect things through the water. But it has to be the next tile over, I believe. Although, didn't we get this up here at some point? I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, domains. So how do we get more domains? Got some vassals. Well, one thing I do want to get is better crown authority, because right now we're at 2? Yeah, we want high crown authority. Now this could greatly make some people angry with us, but I think we got to start with something here. And I think that's the right move. Now we do eventually want probably just absolute would be awesome. We actually get to designate our own heirs at that point. I mean, high might be fine if we can hold on to it. Okay, so here's the regency stuff. Regent, presumptive, prince, and a selfless, not sharing power. I'm not sure if I understand this. This is my brother. Select your preferred regent. Oh, this is Princeton. I thought I said princess, and ignore me. I'm blind. So this is my regent right now. Why? Is this just a new thing with a new DLC, maybe? It has to be, right? I should have read that through. Like I said, I definitely assumed that I understood the regency, so I just kind of skipped out of that. Is there a way for me to pull that back up? Regency. Special form of power sharing for when a ruler is not able to rule their realm on their own. It generally occurs if the ruler is a child in prison, incapable, or attending an activity outside the realm. Okay, so I get the activity outside the realm. That is, I do remember watching a video of the Tours and Tournaments DLC where somebody they went on tour, or they went out to a tournament or something like that. So they weren't actually in their realm. So therefore a regency was appointed at that point. I get that, absolutely. Regency that persists for too long may become an entrenched regency. That's fine. Child in prison, capable, or attending activity. So, our heir. She's not a child. I don't think she's incapable. She's shy, sure, but she is otherwise fine. She's not in prison. And is she traveling or something? I don't know. All right, we'll deal with the regency if it comes up. I'm not worried about it right now. Too much. I've been dealing with that too much for now already. We do have activities. We can go. So they did change this a little bit. Instead of some of the decisions that you normally see, they do have activities now. So we can do the feast, the hunt, the pilgrimage, all that stuff. We do still have decisions, obviously, but that's a second, kind of a separate option there. No factions at the moment. Although I'm assuming there will be some factions very soon based on the fact that I increased the control, the crown authority, I should say. So how would I go about getting some more stuff under me? If I can figure that out this episode, even if we don't unpause, I feel like that would be like a step in the right direction. So I am over the duchy, this entire duchy here. I mean, getting that entire duchy might not be a bad idea because, hey, I am kind of the lead of that already anyway. So something like Ormond here would not be bad. This guy already hates me. So anything we do against him would not probably matter. Do we have any reasons to imprison him? If we imprison him, that is immediately easy for us to... I doubt I have a cause. I will not accept. It's fine. Do we have anything over anybody here? This is my half sister. Why does she get something and I don't? You know, she's got lots of claims. Goodness. Obviously, there's no reason why we'd be imprisoning her, and we obviously don't have a hook on her. She might accept though. And then we got Desmond down here. Who is in charge of Desmond? I actually don't see. Is it this guy? Wait, do I have... Where's Desmond come from? Oh, do you have Desmond? Does somebody else have Desmond that's like nearby? Because that seems odd that I'm not seeing the Desmond leader. I'm apparently blind. I have no claim on this title. Pressed claim, unpressed, bunch of unpressed claims. Current holder is you. So it is, you are the current holder. But you don't actually have a title because I can't take it from you. Fabricate claim task. All right, so I can fabricate a claim, huh? So which of my council members does the claim? So it is it the same thing? Okay, so can I just straight up fabricate a claim over here? What's he fabricating a claim right now? Is he actually over here? Did I actually work and I just wasn't paying attention? What is this? Oh no, he is there. I was zoomed out too far. I was like sitting here looking at this and I'm like, huh, his little icon didn't show up because I was like one step out too far. You know what? I actually think I would rather have him fabricate a claim on this because it's right next to us. And I think I'd rather have this under our belt than anything else. And then I might actually take this from her. It's just my sister. I mean, who cares? And she's what? She's 5. What does she know? It's like taking counties from a baby. Come on now. So what would cause her to say no? Her personality, her opinion of me is actually a big part of it. Refusal is treason. So if I build up her happiness towards me, she might actually say yes more readily. So what we need to do is make her happy with us somehow. I can just straight up claim a title. Don't I already have a claim on this title, or do I not? Could I have done that down here? No. That was different. All right, because I'm still trying to learn. Let's try this. I just want to curious what this does. Dynasty. Oh, because I'm the dynasty head. Ooh. All right. So I have a claim on her title now. So what does that mean? Do I have a... She's bossy. 5-year-old that's bossy. That's awesome. Do I have more... Okay, so I actually have more in favor as far as the claim because I have a plus 30 now for that, but she hates me even more now. And I don't think there's a sway option for her, is there? Because she's too young for that. I could gift her an artifact. So I have any artifacts that I'm not using at the moment that are not broken. I'm not using the small religious carving. Yeah, so let's try that. Give her that. So that didn't really help her much, unfortunately. But the revoked title will go away. Unfortunately, the artifact will go away quicker than the claim on the title. We'll just let that bake for a little bit. Eventually, she will not hate us quite as much. Eventually, she'll be old enough that we can actually sway her. Which does mean... See, I don't think that we're ever going to sway this guy. This guy just absolutely hates us. Like, straight up. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm tempted just to straight up revoke his title kind of flat out. We could demand his conversion, which would make this a crime. if he says no. Which then we can imprison him and then we can take his land. Which is so silly, but we're going to play the game here a little bit. We're like, I don't know that I would ever actually do this as an RP or like role-playing side of things. But from a, this is kind of the way to do it type of thing, you know. Let's demand his conversion. All right. Enough of that. We'll start with these and then we'll work our way out from there. Okay, you'll pay the price. All right, so he hates me now, which is fine. He already hated me. I'm okay with that. So now we come back over here and we can imprison him for... It will not succeed, huh? Other disgruntled vassals. How many would that be? This could be really bad. I don't think their military power is strong enough to oppose us. So we're going to go ahead and imprison him. It's going to fail, but it's going to cause a war that I think we can then take to him and like win. All right, so we are going to rally the troops here in a minute. He's obviously vastly inferior. Pause. Our troops are right there. That's fine. We'll raise all armies are there. Get everybody grouped up into that spot. My daughter is being imprisoned? Well, that's rude. Why is she, where is she? Oh, she's right. Is she there? Huh. Why would she be in prison? I was not expecting that type of reaction. Alright, so factions created against us. That's fine. So far, I'm not super worried about them at the moment. Let's get these guys all grouped up here. We'll go stomp on his troops. These guys are actually now 3-star, those horsemen. That's awesome. Alright, we'll get you guys all merged together. We're going to go stomp on his troops first, or at least make an attempt to. If he runs away, then we will just siege out his capital and go from there. Why is my daughter imprisoned? Oh, we're losing a lot of gold right now. I mean, I think this will be over quickly, so I'm not super worried about it. Alliance formed with Prince Thomas. Oh, he's a ruler? And your wife is in jail. What's he the ruler of? He's always ruler of something small. Why is she in jail? I don't understand why she's in jail. So sad. Well, then there definitely will be a regency in that part. By their very nature, ting meets... I don't know what that means. If tempers don't flare and no one gets dramatic, then it's just a long list of low-ranking freemen discussing petty affairs and standing out in the rain. Yet as High King, I'm required to be here. Growing older at every second. Watching the men of Thomond talk to each other to death. Okay. You daydreaming about gold. I'll lose some stress because I'm lazy. Sure. I'll daydream about gold. Why not? Alright, so this can actually... Station procedures. We'll move you off. I don't think... Just so we lose a little bit less attrition here. I should probably just move you back into my own land. Do we have any land that looks like here or here? Let's just move you over there. Looks like you will be fine there. As soon as we take this, that should be all that we need. All right, 100%. We will now enforce demands. I imprison him, gain some dread. He's imprisoned. I have the right to imprison him, so nobody else should lose an opinion of me at the moment. Because he's in prison now, I believe I can now revoke his title just straight up. Yep. I mean, he loses opinion of me, but that is it. And I'd lose some control, but I can get that back. So we revoke that title. It is my title now. He's in prison. All is well. And now I suddenly have 2 counties. Or 2, yeah. So that's one start. that's a step in that direction. We will definitely disband all of our troops. And as of now, this is ours. We do need to obviously get control back. So in the meantime, we'll take our council. We'll actually go ahead and increase control in this county, just to make sure that it gets bounced back up. And there we go. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. I think that's a step in the right direction. If we can get the rest of these, we'll start working our way outward from there and try to get our domain limit hit, because that is going to be a big deal for us in the grand scheme of things. So I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I really do hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.